Hey, I'm 22 years old Russian man who almost committed suicide, and I'm a Russian man who brings value through my own experiences on this channel. And I'm gonna talk about my life story that I have and how did I improve my skills of performing, how did I grow, how I played in World of Warcraft 10,000 hours. 10,000, yes, it is so big about of number, yes, it's like a skill learning time. And we're gonna talk about it today. Let's do this. Firstly, I want to say that I was born in at time 1997, yes, and 5th December it is my happy birthday, yes, and it is kind of archery man like a galaxy star connections symbol. I don't know what's the name of it in English language. Maybe you know what's the symbol of it. Yes, maybe you believe in astrology, maybe not, but it tells something sometimes about us, at least where we were born. Yes, and on my maybe first, second, third years of my first life, I don't remember anything. I watched some previous my photos with my life, and I remember some videos that my grandfather did, and I was like a, like a, how to say it, like a cat or a dog was like in a way of on my knees and on my hands only doing some of the actions movements like I'm a tiger or a cat or a dog. Yes, I remember this. But also I remember my childhood in the kindergarten. On the kindergarten I want to say that what have I done? I remember one girl, and I hope that yes, I will not say her name, and I did some interesting sexual harassment things with her. I mean this. Everybody in their childhood has some of toys. Yes, you had toys. Maybe I had. Yes, I had, and I had plenty of toys. And what did I do with them? I gave them to this girl and asked her to show her pussy for it. Yes, it was kind of embarrassment to tell about it, but it's true, yes. And it was like a time when I was exchanging my things to her pussy, and it was like it is for you, it is toys, and I have like a look at these small things of of things. Yes, I did not eat her pussy on that time, but okay, it was this time in kindergarten. I remember how we were lying at beds. Yes, a childhood time. It is time for sleep. 1 hour of sleep at midday, and I remember how I was doing like it is oral things. So when you are inside of your panties and with your little childhood hand, you are 5 years old, and then you do these things, it means that I lost my like oral virginity on this time, 5 years old. Yeah, 5 years old, it was my first time of it, but I did not she did not do something with my little fellow on that times. Yes, and next time, what have happened on 6 years old, I went to school. Yes, and it was a good time. I remember myself, and my granny said to me that I was so speakable as fuck. I was like, always speak about it, always speak about that, and about it, and I was so like a talking machine, like a donkey from Shrek movie. Yes, I was talking, nothing else. And on this time I went to school. I was sitting on the first row of this dashboards, not dashboards, work benches. Yes, work benches, work tables, and we were sitting on them. Yes, we were hanging out with our teacher, and it was a good time. And I remember my childhood, how I was connected with some girls. I remember time when I was speaking with girls. 3 girls went to my home, and I was alone with men. Yes, my mother said, "Oh, nice." Yes, I was one alone, and 3 girls from my they are my classmates. And what did I do? Guess. I showed them some music that my father was listening about, like a football playing, football playing, cheery up music. It is like a hey champions, and it was so dorky. It was so like, and I didn't understand it. I thought that it will be interesting idea to show them music that my father is listening, that my father listens about some of the football clubs, that we have in Moscow, in Podolsk, Moscow district. And I thought that it will be funny time with girls to show them this funny, funny music, yes, and like, hey, yeah, hey, football, soccer, everybody likes it, and maybe girls will like it too. Oh Jesus, it is so creepy time. It was my third grade of my school, yes. After third grade, was fourth grade, and on fourth grade I did mistake, but maybe not mistake, I did prank calling to girls, and I was doing something like changing voices, like hey, hello, this way. It was nice time. And also I remember how I was calling to some girls, and was I recorded before on my recorder, memo recording on my phone. It was not like a music MP3. It was music that I recorded from something else, like maybe computer or maybe music clips on television. And I was recording that before, and after that I was tapping on my phone, on buttons of phone. Yes, I was dialing buttons, and after that I was playing some music from my phone to girls that I was pranking. It was funny, and in some moment it ended, because my class girl said to my parents that shut the fuck up, little fellow Igor, don't do this. And on that time I remember I started to make more gap in my studying time. My studying time started to be like a Jesus, Igor, you are not good in math, you are not good in Russian language. I mean, Russian language lessons. Yes, you maybe understand that I'm a Russian man. Maybe in your country you have English too, because yes, everybody knows that need to learn grammar, need to learn how to do constructions, literature for literature, and some literature, and you know how to do this. And by the way, one of the interesting jokes today I saw it and heard, it is what follows pork? What follows pork? Kupine. Ha. I don't know what's the matter with this joke, but maybe it is funny. Yes, and I didn't understand this joke, but some people was laughing at it. And the same situation, I was laughing at my classes, at my things that happened in my classrooms. But on my childhood family time, I was suffering, because my family were smashing each other. I mean that my father was punching my mother, and it was violence that I was violated. How to say it? Child, yes, and my father showed me how to do boxing, some of the jab, right hook things, uppercut on me, and it was a good time for improving my boxing skills, to improve my stamina, but it was not really a good time for psychedelic things inside of my mind, because we had these times of so violence inside of our home, and it continued till I was 13 years old, and I was at, or 14, 14, and I was on 9th grade of my school. Yes, at the same time, at 5th and 6th grade of my school, I was going to some of the Turkey with my grandmother, to Anapa, also to Sochi with my sister, with my grandmother. Thanks for them, and I learned how to have fun with music, with some of the dancing time in a disco. Yes, this head, shoulders, knee, toe thing. It was funny, and it was my creating in myself, because before it I was so self-doubted of myself, because violence at home, domestic violence, can create inside of you some of the complexes, some of the things inside of you, some of when you have blank paper and you have more like a black smashes, black inks on this paper, and you are not clean, after that. If you will try to like erase it, it will be gray. And it is, what should you do? It is only to create new blank white paper, nothing else, because it is broken. But to create, need to replace it with something else. And I found new replacement on this Turkey place, and I found new mentality of funny joking style, like a being like a soul of our surroundings around us, surrounders, classmates. And on this time, on the sixth grade of my school, I started to be like a person who tells stories to everybody and repeats something funny from someone else. I mean that you watch some of the comedy show, you watched some of the video from your computer, and after that you repeat this for your classmates. By the way, interesting fact about me, maybe in your country you have the same. Some classmates were visiting my house as guests and we were playing computer games. I don't want to say that we were playing computer games. I was playing and they were watching. Sorry. And it was like a streaming by Igor. Igor was so greedy of computer, maybe in sometimes, and only time when he gave it to his classmates, it was time when these classmates did for him my homework. That's why my grades, my marks started to be like a F, like a what's A, B, C, many of C, B, D, yes, and nothing of A. It was on 6th, 7th, 8th grades of my school. And on this time, I found one more girl on my school, and this girl was so nice, and it is like a relationships that made your life broken, yes, made your studying broken. I was like a kind of in love. It is love of puberty time of love, yes, when you can, if you when you first time kissing, yes, with someone else. I remember how I wrote to one girl on ICQ, "Can you kiss me?" and she kissed me. It was my first kiss. Yes, and it was funny, and I didn't expect it, because how it works? Is it working or what? And okay, it was our first kiss. Second kiss was better, and second kiss was after 2 weeks after my first kiss with another girl. It was funny. I will tell a story about it in some videos. Also, on these grades, I started to be poor in my marks. Also, I was bullied by another people at my school. They were saying to me that I'm looking like a homeless. I mean that they were laughing at my prices. I mean that we have shoes, yes, we have sneakers, and on sneakers, if you buy it on some of the second hand or maybe not really good brand, you have price tag on, like a write it by highlighter on the how to say it, on the step foot thing, yes, of this sneaker or shoes, yes. And I had this price tag, and some people were laughing when they saw it. Like I was sitting on the one place, yes, on the one table. They were looking at me on the behind me, and they were looking like I was sitting with types of like this way, yes. I mean that not like this way, but they saw some of the behind of my shoes, and they saw this price tag and started to do laughing because it was so cheap. It was cheap as you can buy Coca-Cola maybe for this price, like a bottle, 6 bottles of Coca-Cola for this price, and it was so cheap. And they were laughing at me, this bullying people, and I was bullied by it. Also, I bullied for something else, for another things. Also, I remember many things of bullying, and I can tell you in another video too these stories if you are interested in. Yes, and also I was at my 4th grade, back to this, to the past. I was bullying one more person, and I was so punished for it. Yes, I remember how he spit it in my eye. Yes, but on 6th and on 7th grade, when I was 12 years old, I started to play World of Warcraft. It was 2010, and in 2010, my life a little bit changed because internet appeared in my life in 2010. It was time of internet. I created social media accounts, I created a World of Warcraft account, I started to play, I broke my left arm when I was on rolling skating, and I was playing with one hand with World of Warcraft on my holidays, summer holidays. It was funny, but without so movable for my warrior, for my paladin. Yes, and it was funny. And I remember how I played from this time for next 5 years. I played for 10,000 hours in World of Warcraft, and I don't want to say that it was a waste time. It was a good time because I was communicating with people who are older than I was, and they spoke not really good language. But I had a conversation with them. I was a raid leader. On 2011, I was a raid leader. I'm 13 years old. I can control people who are 22, 25 years old. I created some tactics, some of the campaigns, some of the how to manuals, guidelines for people who were playing with me. I was a raid leader. I was a guild master on this place. Jesus, it is some creepy words for you maybe if you didn't play in some MMORPG or in other games. It means that I was like a manager. I was a manager, and yes, it is maybe not super productive time. Maybe it was more productive if I was playing some of the guitar, or maybe I was creating a band, or maybe I if I did some of the useful things in real life, not online. But it was a good time for me too. Yes, and on 2013, when I was on ninth grade, I went away from my school. I graduated ninth grade, and it was like a time for going to the next level of school, 10th grade. Yes, and it was nice. And on this summer of ninth grade vacation summer holidays, we did divorce with my family. I mean, divorce, they were divorced before, but right now we did like we were living in one house, and after that it was broken our house, and we were living separately. I was living with my mother. It was so like a new way of my life. It is like a rich dad, poor dad, Kiyosaki book. Yes, because before I was living with a drunk man with big belly. I'm drinking 20 cans, joking, 10 cans, 8 cans of beer every day. It means that 4 liters every day my father was drinking. It was so big amount. He was always drunk. Not really always, but almost always in some last days of it. And on August, my mother said to me, Igor, will you be with me or will you be with father? She spoke with me alone, without father, and I said, I want to be with you, mother. And we went away. It was divorce. We went to stepfather. Stepfather, I don't know how to say it, like a one more man. Yes, but I feel like he's my stepfather right now. Thank you for him, by the way. It is new view of mentality, new personality for myself, new like a not idol, but a person that opinion I really respect. And it is like a good opinion that I have this new family for myself. And after that, I started to live in a new place. I started to live not in previous place. I started to live in a new place, and I started to do like using public transportation, because before I was living near the school, close to school, and I was not so person with adventures. I was not so like a person who always walk, who hanging out with friends. I was like a homemade person, always sitting at room quarantined and something like that we have right now, take home place. stay at home and something like that. I was staying for 14 years at my home without going somewhere with so like a desire. But right now I changed it, and I was going from one new place. I was using transportation like suburban trains, some of the trolley buses and other things to go to school. I was investing 45 minutes of my road, but it was a nice thing to remember, to like refresh in my mind. Sorry, I will drink right now. Yes, think about it right now, about your maybe big decisions that you made on your life right now. Good. Let's continue. Next time, after this divorce, we were living together for a while till I was at 11th grade, and I was grading my school. At my school, I wasn't so active, but I wanted to be active, but I was scared. On 10th and 11th grade, I was scared to do like an activity at my school, because before I was called like a dorky man. Dorky man, it means like you have specific status. You understand me maybe in some way when you did always the same things because of something. And some people already think about you something, and when you are a child, you don't understand that you can switch what you did, and you can jump to new era, to new things to do. And I didn't understand it, and I was continuing to do some of the things without participating in active life of my school. And my active life started only after graduating my school, and when I went to university. And on 24th August 2019, I went away from World of Warcraft. I quit World of Warcraft game, like not for forever, but for gaming, for raiding, for some of the always being like I'm a man who want to play World of Warcraft gaming style all night long. I quit it, and it is good news. And on 27th or something August, my life at new university started. I went to Moscow. On 7th September, I went to dormitory. I started to live at dormitory, and at this time, I was at university, Moscow State University of Geodesy and Cartography. I was studying information security. It was a nice thing, but the most nicest thing that I found active life inside of a new university. I always wanted to be active, but I didn't know how to join to it. And this university gave me this opportunity. And right now I was applying to some of the media, working to be like a cameraman, to be videographer, photographer, to be like a speaker on stage. Yes, I remember my first event when I was like a speaker of events. It was a good thing, and it was my first experience, but it was so dorky. Also, I visited some of the impromptu classes, some acting classes, journalism classes. I visited many things that were upper like education, upper like a certification thing. I don't know, upper education, like a non-official education. I was visiting so many classes of media work, artwork, like designing of things and creating events, and also volunteering to the Day of Donors. Donors means that person who will give some of the blood from their veins. Day of trainings. I remember how I participated in community of trainers of like self-growth and your personal effectiveness and productiveness. And I was a top manager, by the way, of one of the community of 900 different trainers, and that's why I have maybe a little bit of mentality that everything is possible, that like motivate yourself, time management skills and something like that. thanks a lot for this life opportunity that I had. And on my university also, I was meeting some girls. Yes, they were cute. On 2016, I was meeting one girl. Yes, and I had some of the not really good sexual things, sexual entertainment. Embarrassment, almost losing virginity time. Yes, it was like a not really a good thing. Yes, I will tell it in one of the videos. On 2016 I found one more girl, and 2017 one more, and after that I started to do a Russian YouTube channel. On 2017, on 2014, when I was playing World of Warcraft, I was recording some of the screen of my playing World of Warcraft. It is the most important part of my life. On 2014, I started to do this recording of my World of Warcraft playing, and one video I remember how I was commenting this video. I was creating these funny music videos, like we have playing with bosses, yes, and after that music to this, and it is like a tactics for how to kill this boss, and maybe it is fast kill of this boss. It was good videos, but if I will look at this right now, it will be, oh Jesus Christ, it's so not really nice quality. Yes, and it is 2014, and also my first video on myself was made on 2011. I was recording it on webcam. Webcam means camera. Yes, webcam. And I was recording it like this way, and I was speaking with some of the clothes of let's say shorts. It was good, and it was so like unprepared speech. Yes, it was prepared, but I was speaking so like a robotic way, and it was funny and dorky. 2011 is the start of my blogging career and my speaking career, my communication career through camera. And on 2014 it was stage of computer game screen recording. On 2017 I decided to switch my YouTube channel about games, a Russian channel, to one new direction of, do you know what, of speaking, like speaking through my soul. What do I know about things? Yes, like about how to say hello with different ways, and some of the funny parody sketches videos. Yes, I was making them. They were funny in some moments. One girl said to me that they were hilarious. I hope to believe in it. And also on that time I was making it, and also on the 2017, on the 3rd of December, I was blocked. I was banned on the YouTube channel of Russian language, and I was so like Jesus Christ, because I was doing spamming of messages, spamming messages of like a promoting messages to another people, like a hey, subscribe, and click like or something like that. I was blocked. It was not really a nice thing. And after that, I started on 4th December, one day before my happy birthday time. I started one more channel with multiplication. I started to do drawings with my graphic laptop, and I was doing some of the graphics, I was doing some of the multiplication animation work, and on that time I started to do new channel. And on January I decided, no, I will not do this, let's start English YouTube channel. And from 13th of January 2018 I started this YouTube channel, and here we are, guys. From this time you can see how I improved my English language, how I improved my skills. On 2018 you can see what kind of embarrassment I had inside of me, and you can see how I did some growing from myself of this time, and who I am right now. It is a good progress, and I hope that you enjoy it with me. I will tell more stories about my life on this channel. if you are interested in, maybe need to prepare the stories, because right now I talked only by my heart, like what I know about my life. Maybe need to prepare them, made them more funny, hilarious, and more interesting, maybe in some ways, with more facts. Right now I talked to you a little bit like it's speaking with friend, like I said my story. You can share your story in the comment section below. It will be interesting to know, because we have our unique own stories. And in the beginning of this video I said that I almost committed suicide. Yes, it was. My neighbors wanted to kill me, and you can see this on EJ day number 303. Yes, I was jumping from third floor because my neighbors wanted to kill me, but okay. It is funny, hilarious story that I can tell right now, but on those times I were crying, and I was so, in a way, like a Jesus, I feel fear, so angry fear inside of me. Angry fear, I mean that so strong and very strong fear inside of me. It was so scary. But right now I feel it, funny story. Yes, and what have I learned from this time? That any time, tough time, rough time, so like a Jesus, I don't believe that it is happening with me time, all will be ended, and you will understand that all what you had growth, and you will be stronger. Anything that will not kill us, it will improve us. Anything that kills me makes me feel alive, like One Republic said, and Nietzsche, Confucius, Jason Statham, I don't know what kind of quotes you can use also. It is like a copy pasting them. Yes, but some of the people from Greece era. Yes, I hope that you enjoyed this video, and thank you so much for everybody who was commenting my previous video. Christopher, thank you a lot, and thank you a lot for supporting. You wrote me yesterday one comment about my 400 different videos. It is so valuable to me. Thank you so much. I've read it, and so like Jesus Christ, I really appreciate it. Also, Guitar 5000, thank you. Team, thank you. Star, thank you. Rosie, I love you. And really, and thank you, Marcus VDB, D Wilson, thank you so much. And another people like Jess, and also people kind of from Chicago, Texas, thank you a lot. From Las Vegas, hello. Also people from the Netherlands, Indonesia, Malaysia, France, Italy, another city, Sweden. Thank you so much. Today, what have I made by my own? I want to share a little bit of progress to you. Today I was practicing a little bit of British accent. I was doing some of the hello everybody. Hello everybody. I hope that everything's fine. I hope that everything's fine. Like this way I was speaking. Yes, I was looking at videos of Jimmy Carr, at videos of Harry Potter, and also about Gordon Ramsay. I was looking at this, okay, like things, all right, look at that, things, yes, and I want to improve my accent. I want to speak more fluent, because to be a good actor, to be a really good actor on your country, you should be able to produce not only your own native language accent, but also another accents, and it will be a really good start. Yusnored, thank you so much for your support also. And one more person, thank you. You wrote to me. Thank you so much. I want to read your comment. Where's? Ah, we don't have it. But thank you so much for everybody who was. Jackie, Zach, thank you. Tennessee, also Kentucky, thank you. I so appreciate everybody of you. Today I also practicing about something of speaking skills before tomorrow. What will be tomorrow? Need to create stories of my life. I like to tell stories because it is so useful for our life, because you can tell this. I have it already. It is like experience that we have and that we can share to another people, and it will be so valuable to you to share them, because stories are interesting sometimes. Yes, and my stories of life some of them interesting and maybe will be useful for you or for another viewer who has the same situation and who think that I will never go from this place and I will be struggling. I have struggles with my parents, maybe. I have this kind of stories that I was embarrassing of my parents, shy so much of my parents to speak English because I'm Russian man, and when you speak English in Russia, it is so embarrassing time for you because people think about you that you why do you, it is always I speak about it on my channel, why do you speak why do you speak English language when you live in Russia. Always people think about it, like almost all 85-90% of Soviet Union people think this way. I guarantee to you. And other people, they are not so conservatory people. They are more for innovations, for like new technology, and I like it so much. This kind of people who are always open to new technology. Please be open to new things too. No need to say that TikTok, oh Jesus, it is so shit, and people doing some of the funny dancing on the TikTok. Yes, they are doing some funny of dancing, but they also do improving of their acting skills, because when they do some of the phrases and so like a dorky grimaces, it improves their ability to act, to be like an actor, to grow on acting career, on public speaking, to be less of like a self-doubting and have a better self-esteem, because they show who are they, and they show their own unique way. Because so not so big amount of people, but some people think that they are so like embarrassed of something, and they are not like so sure about their life, not so confident. I have right now one girl that I communicate with, and she's so nice, but she has some thoughts about herself that she doesn't like yourself. Yes, she doesn't like herself, and it's not so nice. And I want to encourage her to love yourself. You are so pretty, you're so beautiful, you're so nice. Why do you think that you are not loving yourself? It is not thoughts that inside of her. It is voices that people told to her, and she right now think that it is voices inside of herself. She didn't. She was not born. She was not born with this like, oh Jesus, I hate myself. She was not born. She was told by people that she should think this way, not something else. I think so. It is my opinion, and I hope that everything will be fine, and all what you have in our life, it is sharing kindness, improving yourself, and doing some of the interesting things. And I will continue to do this on my channel. And I'm so scared sometimes to upload many videos. Yes, there's voices inside of me. Yes, and I want to upload more videos. Need to prepare them. Need to upload. I don't want to upload shit videos like only unprepared videos. I want to upload prepared videos, but not like something that I should invest my time on editing so much. I don't like editing, sorry. But I need to try like a storytelling. Storytelling, I think that it will be a good time. Yes, and also I want to improve English, because when this coronavirus thing will be ended, I can be a personal tutor of learning English, maybe in Russia for beginners, for like elementary beginner level, because right now I have upper intermediate, maybe even better. I don't know what's my level of English. Right in the comment section, it will be interesting to know. And I have this level of English. I have a good accent for a Russian person, because another people can speak this way. I can speak Russian very well, and everything is fine. I hope so. This way they speak, and it is so like Jesus. Unseen, unhear way. Yes, but everything's fine. We are continuing. We are going well, and our comedy channel, our speaking channel, our acting channel, impressions, learning myself, and always doing channel is continued to grow. Continuing. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time. You are a cool person. Don't forget to share kindness to people around you. Sorry that I didn't speak so loud today, because some people are sleeping, and my grandmother right now sleeping too, and I will not speak so loud because I can to make them awake. Yes, see you next time. Be cool and do something with your life, what you like. It will be a good gift for yourself at least. Thank you. See you next time. You're cool.